In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Supertool 300 from Leatherman. I'm going to show you some of the tool sets, some comparisons with the Surge and the Waves. And now let's get on with this video.
I can't stand intros.
Hey, greetings everyone. I hope you're having a super fantastic day. Welcome back to Narnia. Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to talk about the Supertool 300. I've got quite a bit of a collection here, but let's just talk about the L300. We'll use these other tools for comparisons. Recently, I picked up the black oxide to make a match set, and really liking these. My go-to multi-tool when I'm working on my vehicle is the Supertool 300. I know it's kind of strange. Now, one thing you need to know if you're first coming on to this multi-tool for the first time is the Supertool 300 does not have scissors, and all of the tools are on the inside. So if that's something that bothers you, then you might want to look at the Surge or the Wave. And when it comes to size and weight, you know, the Wave is a lot smaller. The tools are on the outside. You've got Torx bits. You could take it apart and modify it a little bit easier than with these type of screw heads, a little bit more complicated. So there are some advantages with these tools here over the Supertool. And I already mentioned there are no scissors here. All right, so let's get into this tool here now. We've got some metric numbers here on this side. And we've got some imperial numbers on this side. And I'll show you when it's opened up here how those are generally used as a ruler. I would say that on the outside it feels pretty comfortable. There's nothing janky going on. If that's something that interests you or not, I don't see how it would be much of an issue, but you really can notice it a little bit more here. The weight is really substantial on the Surge versus the Supertool 300. And as I already mentioned, all the tools are on the outside. Most of the tools are on the outside here. Okay, so let's pop this guy open. This one is really, really smooth because I have worked on this one for a long time. And it's just so smooth. We've got some replaceable cutters on the pliers. Good reamer. Like some people will put this inside a pipe, like a plastic pipe, and turn, and it will just kind of ream the inside. Water pipe or something like that. And yeah, really nice pliers. We've got some crimpers here on the inside. I've used these many times, especially on the electrical in my vehicle. They work just fine. All right, so we've got some tools on the inside and they all lock. We'll start on this side. We'll start with the knife blade first. There's a nice positive click. And to unlock it, we just press down on this corrugated or stamped lock. You can see it kind of lifts up there. There it is there. Nice, good little snap. There was a multi-tool. I might have been the Bond, I'm thinking. There was some kind of an issue where the knife might have been sticking out a little bit. I don't know if it was the Bond, but it's definitely not in this tool. This tool works perfectly fine. Getting the tools, I think, is kind of clunky on the Supertool. I just find it easier to pull them all out, splay them, and pick the one I need. So rather than opening and closing all of them, looks like we've got, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 inch flathead, moving on up to maybe a 3/8, pretty close. A really nice awl. You can see a lanyard loop is down in there as well, and a pretty good file. I say pretty good because I think the best files are on the Victorinox. That's just my humble opinion. I think they're more aggressive. This is not that bad on the, I'll call it the hacksaw blade, even though it's not technically a hacksaw blade. But it does work pretty good. And we got two different types here. We got like a cross hatch on one side and straight on the other. And everything here that you're looking at locks. One criticism, I guess you could say, some people will say that it's awkward getting the knife out and using the knife and the location of the knife, right? In comparison to the Surge, right? That distance there. But honestly, I have not found it to be a huge issue. I usually carry a knife anyways, so this is more just a added luxury. And if I don't want to damage a really good S30V or something like that, I'll use this one. I think this is 420 HC, by the way. I could be wrong on that, but it's a good steel. So on the other side of the handle, kind of moving around a bit, we'll start off with the serrated blade. Again, it locks as well. Might have used it to open up some clam packaging for auto parts and things like that. Okay, on this side here, we've got a can opener, and there's a wire stripper in there as well. I may as well show you that. We've seen that many times, I'm sure. Works just fine. The pliers, or sorry, not the pliers, but the Phillips head driver, I should say, is 3D. And some people will put a socket on here, like a 1/4-inch socket. Apparently that works. I've never used it, never had the need to do that. And we've got another smaller, maybe 1/8 of an inch flathead. And then we finish it off with a really nice saw. Now, if you're a bushcrafty type person, this might be a good choice as well. Because it's a locking, it's going to throw some nice sparks, and you're going to make some nice notches and stuff. So, good choice. Now, again, nothing is cheap. These are, I wouldn't say over the top, but everything's pricey these days, it seems. But, you know, I've had cheap multi-tools too, and I've never liked them. So, anywho, that's what we have there in the... Now, I've also got this black oxide version. I got this not too long ago. I've been waiting now to do this video for a while. Here's the box for the black oxide, in case you're wondering. It also comes with a nice nylon pouch. This one did anyway. Some probably come with a, I probably took it out already. You've seen it before, I'm sure. If this is the first time you've ever watched a video on YouTube for the Supertool 300 or any multi-tool, please let me know down in the comments. And I'll make a point of finding that pouch for you. But if you're watching this video, there's a good chance you're watching a whole bunch, and there are a ton of videos on this multi-tool. What do I think of it? If I was a tradesperson, well, I am technically a tradesperson, and if I was wearing the tools every day, I would probably have this one for sure over the Surge, only because this Surge is a little bit heavier, even though I do like some of the tool sets going on in here. As a carpenter, I would have an alpha blade anyways, so I don't need the one-handed thing, but I like the idea of having pliers nearby without carrying pliers and screwdrivers and things like that. This might kind of cover everything in my tool belt as a carpenter. You might have your own opinion, and that's fine. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to be going back out into the woods very soon and giving you some more mountain scenery. Maybe not Narnia. Maybe I won't go back to Narnia for a while, but anyways, I hope this was educational or some value in this type of video for you. Have a great day. Bye for now.